Hi there.
Hi, welcome back to Curious Collection. I'm Will.
I'm Cinnamon.
Today we're going to go over our top sales for October 2024. And this is really exciting. I know that not everybody's always interested in what solds and that, but we sell a little bit of different stuff, something that you're not really going to see at most eBay stores. This isn't a normal like picking channel. So, hold on through us. Let me show you what we're about and the types of stuff that we sell, because it's a little bit different, and I think it's interesting.
It. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. So first up, you had a great sale,
finally.
combo bulk sale.
Yes, I finally had a Posh sale. So Posh, you can do bundles, so someone can order multiple pieces and then get you can send them an offer for a group buy. So
I really like the way that works because it's priority shipping, but they get a discount because they bought it all at once. So they know that the shipping rates for everything in their basket. So it works great for the customer. It works great for us because we can take some maybe lower value items and get a decent sale.
Right. These were not lower value items though. These were actually really, really cool items. And of course that always terrifies me because I'm like, is this, a scam? But it was a wonderful sale and I'm super happy. These were really, really neat pieces. The first one here is this Bakelite butterscotch clamper hinged bangle. This is huge. It's super. It was so chunky and just very like 70s ish because it was that bright yellow. Just a really cool.
It was
piece.
Like 2 inches wide and it stood like almost a full inch over your wrist.
It was a really big statement piece. Very granny core, very very cool. Now this other piece that sold with it was this Panther link, which really just means that that's the kind of chain that it was, those squares like that. And it was this Napier set, which it's always best if you can find these old sets, which is why they're so expensive because you can't find them together.
Yeah, and condition totally counts on
Absolutely.
that. So
these were beautifully preserved.
Just because it's older doesn't make it valuable. It's really that condition paired with everything
and the fact
else.
that they were together. I could not find a single other set of both the necklace and the bracelet together of these. They're great. And then this last piece that they had bought was this awesome, again, very 70s lucite. It was Aries, Aries, the zodiac sign, but it was massive pendant. It was just a really cool sale.
It just occurred to me now looking at this order, this would have been a great thing for like a props department for like if they were doing like a 70s themed film.
Absolutely.
Or like think Austin Powers or something where it was kind of over the top. So awesome pieces, exciting sale.
It was. And finally a Posh sale. So let's get this store moving. So very excited.
Right. So the next one we have here is a piece of cruise ephemera. It's Oriental Steamship Line Toyo Kissen.
Such gorgeous imagery.
Absolutely amazing imagery. Great pictures. This boat was torpedoed during World War II, part of the Imperial fleet. Sold for $129. This is one of those items that we've had listed in our store for over 2 years now, and we've just kept it up.
Right buyer.
You just have to wait, right? You got to wait for that.
Items,
yeah. So next up, and that one was printed in 1913, so 120 years old. Absolutely incredible. Next piece, we've got this presidential ephemera. Jimmy Carter hosting Pope John Paul II at the White House for a state dinner, October 6, 1979. So again, this is
very cool piece of history.
Right. And it's 45 years old. The only defect in it
I don't like when you say that because that was just a year before I was born. So you can't say things like that. That's cruel.
Right. The only defect is this small mark in the cover. And we mentioned in a previous video where we have a lot of these types of items. This was actually the White House plumber found this stuff, saved it from the trash, held onto it for his entire career. After his passing, the estate sold it at auction. We were so lucky to get it. Very excited to get something like this. A real part of history.
Yeah, absolutely.
$100.99.
Very nice. This next piece is, again, it's a piece that I've had for a while. And this was like part of the very first fine jewelry buy that I had done. And I was just smitten with this piece because it's a pink sapphire. And I was like, that's amazing. It is very petite. Which is why I had such a problem selling
so
it.
You can see, like in the image, it's magnified.
Right.
Clearly, it's not.
There's like a little
tall.
tiny diamond chip, and then that teardrop shape of the pink sapphire. Beautiful piece, and the person was happy to have it. We just had to wait, and you know.
Yeah.
But you can see, like, I've got it on the scale. I've got it with the Presidium gem tester so that everyone can see what they have, and again, building that confidence for our buyer.
Right. And then again, you did take a best offer on that. So I think
did.
You took
I think every single
off.
Yeah, I think like of all of my sales, the majority of them were off of an offer.
Right. So that's something that we actually wanted to talk about, is that we've been noticing about 90% of our items are selling on offer. So if you're not taking offers, it might be something you want to play with. Maybe it'll help you get some sales. The little tip or trick. Yeah. I'm not good with sayings like that. So anyway, next up, United States line, SS America, SS United States. So anybody that follows the news at all, the SS United States has been docked in Pennsylvania for about 20 years now, and they've lost their lease. That ship's going to be scrapped. This ship, world-renowned, fastest cruise ship, fastest ocean liner in the world, set all sorts of world records when it was introduced. And so that ship is being scrapped. Perfect time to sell something that's United States lines, SS United States. So $90.99. Great sale on that. Very happy to get that.
Yeah.
And again, a piece that's been sitting in our store for about 2 years.
Yeah, thank goodness too.
Yeah. Next up,
this is a newer piece.
This was a collection I bought at auction. Model airplane engines. All of these little thimble-drome engines would go into an airplane. These are older, but the person, I don't know if they rebuilt them or if they had somebody rebuild them for them. They're all sealed in plastic bags, ready to go, all oiled up. I picked them up at auction for $45. You see that we sold them on eBay auction. Now, we typically don't sell stuff at auction, but I had no idea what they were, what drive they were. Whoever's picking them up for me is clearly stepping out and taking a risk that they're functional or that they can do something with it. So I'm happy to get the $90. After auction fees, premiums and stuff, we got about $20 out of that transaction, which again, $40 investment for $20 return. That normally doesn't work for us, but this is something I turned around in 2 weeks. Yeah. So the fact that I knew it was going to sell quickly really worked for us, and that makes me happy. Next up, again, another piece of cruise ephemera.
It was a very good month for
technically ephemera, but this is a cruise souvenir. SS Europa, North German Lloyd line bakelite. I mean, that tells you how old this is. Probably from 40s or 50s, maybe into the 60s.
Really great imagery.
Great imagery. Excellent condition on this.
Yes.
$89.99. That does include shipping.
But a bakelite ashtray, and the condition, like you say, really was amazing.
Yeah, I don't think Ash ever touched it.
Yeah.
So, next up, you had a great piece of jewelry here.
I did. These were, again, from that watch tip lot that we had picked up. These are Coleman Company, and they've got that Black Hills Gold. They've got that eagle. Like, these are really, really iconic. Sterling silver, that soaring eagle. Really, really pretty.
Yeah, and these ones are a little bit different because the artist actually cut out around
and it's got that relief and all of that, whereas a lot of them have like the inlay or the bezel set stone. These were a little bit of a different piece, and so
having the gold in there with the silver also is something that kind of set it aside from some of the other stuff that we've seen.
Yeah, most of them are just set in silver, and this one's got that Black Hills gold with like the pink gold as well as the yellow gold in it as an overlay. Really pretty piece.
Yeah. So the next piece here we actually picked up from a flea market, if I recall.
Maybe
you don't recall that?
I don't recall that. I don't know.
So we actually picked this up from a flea market, and the person had sold it to us by weight. So we were able to get it. I think we had $30 in on this approximately. And we were able to turn it around, and within just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, this one sold pretty quickly, and it's a beautiful piece, and I was able to get it shined up really nice. It really does shine well. It's in beautiful condition, no bends, and it really is a nice piece. There's really not a whole lot of these torque necklaces out there, so it does make it a pretty unique showpiece. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar, it is perfectly formed to sit right on
the
lady's collar.
Yeah, very, very neat piece. And then this other piece here, this is because, again, it's that set. The fact that it has the matching clip earrings with the matching brooch. It's in this classic, the pink and red. It was very 40s, very that Hollywood, Regency, like almost like royalty. It's really over the top. The condition, again, very nice. You can see the bronze is showing that patina, that age, but that's part of the history of the piece. So you really don't want to do too much cleaning when it comes to these older pieces, because you want the buyer to be able to restore it to how they want it.
Right. And that's kind of a rule for us universally across our business, is that if there's dust and debris, yes, we'll remove it in the types of items that we sell. But, when I look at the cruise ephemera or postcards, I'm not erasing the backs of them. I'm leaving it exactly as I found it, because that's part of the history of the card. The same thing with a lot of the jewelry that we sell.
Right. I've got some polishing cloths, and I use like some Dawn dish soap sometimes if there's obvious dirt and debris.
Right. So we want to clean it to meet the eBay standards. Everything needs to be sanitary and clean, but we don't want to remove patina.
Or use harsh chemicals.
On most of the stuff that we sell. There is the occasional piece that, maybe it has a stain or something on silver that you'll buff out. But for the most part, we like to leave it as found. And if the customer wants to restore it, we kind of put it on them with regard to that.
Yeah. A lot of these pieces, like the damage that can be done is just you can't do anything about it. Once the damage is done, some of these jewelry pieces, the knots will break and poof, all of the pearls go flying all over the place. It happens it's sometimes. Yes. So yeah, just a word of caution for you. Be careful how you clean.
Yeah. So that rounds out our top 10 for October. So I did want to kind of tack onto this that there's not a lot of items in here that were over $100.
No.
So that really
month.
is something that we've kind of been talking about kind of as an underlying theme of the channel all month of October, was that sales have been struggling, and you can see it on the top end especially, is that there's less and less of those items that are selling for that, maybe $50 plus range. This was seriously every item we had over $50. So normally we'll be able to get 10 items that are over 100.
Right. And this time it was just not there.
But there was some really exciting stuff that sold, and it was really good to see stuff that's been sitting on the shelf for a couple of years sold without much arm twisting, I would say. We didn't have to bring the prices down.
Some of these pieces, I actually put the prices up when I put them into the new jewelry store, and they're actually selling for more than I had them listed for before.
Right.
And they're happy to pay it because, again, the jewelry store is a little higher end, and you know, and they're getting a lot in it, so it's certainly worth it. So
okay. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate your time, and please like and subscribe, and leave us a message down below. Tell us what was your favorite item in the top 10 there, and do you ever see any of this kinds of stuff? I know you see jewelry everywhere, but do you guys ever see any of the other kind of stuff? Let me know.
All right. Thanks so much. Good luck to you guys out there.